Hey everybody, today we are talking turkey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and this year we're going over to my Aunt Andrea's house over in Fort Worth. But last year we hosted Thanksgiving at our house, and many of you may not know that Thanksgiving is a plumber's busiest day of the entire year. And we contacted one of our favorite plumbers, Garfield Ingram with Ingram Plumbing, to get some of the top myths around plumbing and the disposal. Is it disposal or disposal?
I call it a disposal, but I'm from up north.
Okay, I'm thinking it's a dispose all, you know, like you're supposed to dispose of it all. Anyway, so today we wanted to share a little bit of what we learned, because we learned a lot actually in preparing for this video. The number one thing to know is that the disposal is really just for minor stuff off of your plate. It is not for dumping a whole bunch of stuff down there and hoping that it all turns out okay, right? So if you do have some extra food on your plate, make sure to scrape it into the trash can first. And if you have any leftover grease on your plate, we always just use a paper towel. And I know that Garfield at Ingram Plumbing would want you to do that too. Just wipe off the excess grease with a paper towel and then dispose of the paper towel in the trash can.
All right, so rule number 2, or thing number 2 that most people get confused on, you know, with your large meal cleanup is, oh hey, I can put everything in the disposal, like Jessica said. No, you can't. Put whatever you possibly can into your trash can. It'll save you a nice little service call on Black Friday when you're supposed to be shopping, not calling your local plumber to get everything cleaned up.
Day.
Or Thanksgiving Day, which they're probably not going to answer you anyways, but it'll save you. Well, yeah, it'll save you a huge headache regardless. But one thing that we always used to do that we thought we were doing the right thing was whenever we'd have a large meal, whether it be Thanksgiving or even in a slow cooker, you got all that excess grease. Well, we always put it in a plastic container, like a Solo cup. We would put it in the freezer, wait for trash day, put all the cups in a plastic bag, you know, grocery bag or anything like that, and take it out. Well, come to find out, plumbers don't recommend it and the city doesn't like it. So what they do recommend is if you have any kind of screw top container, whether it's just your jelly jar or your peanut butter jar, use that.
Maybe a pasta jar.
Or even a pasta jar, or like I said, coffee can or whatever. As long as it's got a screw top on it and you can put a quick lid on it, just use that because it keeps it all contained. It's easier for the city to recycle. Another big thing that the cities want you to do, like for us, we live in the city of Plano. Plano highly recommends that you give them a call and get a specialized container for disposing of grease or any kind of liquid left over from cooking so that it doesn't go into the landfills.
And they'll give it to you for free.
They'll give it to you for free,
yep.
And all you gotta do is just call them and tell them that you have one to pick up. It's very similar to when you call them and schedule a paint pickup, which you can do that, by the way. They might have a limit as to how much you can, but they would rather you call them.
1 gallon minimum.
1 gallon. But yeah, give them a call and they'll set up a time and a date. It's usually probably gonna be in the middle of the week, or it might even be your trash day. And just let the city take care of the hassle for you.
Yes, and the city wants to collect your used cooking oils and your grease because they actually recycle it and use it as biofuel, which is very interesting. Another interesting thing that a lot of people actually don't know, Garfield had to tell me this, is that the recycled cooking oils and grease are actually made into one of the #1 cosmetics for women, which is lipstick. So that's, some of you might be grossed out by that, but it's all been purified. There's nothing to worry about, but yes, the recycled cooking oil is made into lipstick.
Good to know.
So a couple other things that we learned whenever we talked to Garfield, he gave us the top 3 things that people think they can put down the disposal, but you shouldn't. The first one is potato peels. You can't put, or you're not supposed to put potato peels. That causes a lot of problems. The second thing is
your carrots.
Carrot peels.
Don't do it.
And the #1 offender for disposal messes is actually rice. And what happens is you put rice down the disposal, it congeals, it expands, it makes a huge mess. And that was the #1 offender. That's one of the probably the top reasons that Garfield gets called, is because people put rice down the sink.
So once again, guys, you know, this is just some helpful tips for you. We want you to enjoy time with your family, have a stress-free Thanksgiving meal, and be able to go shopping on Black Friday and not spend that money with your local plumber. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.